The 12th of April 2025, and I am in Beijing. I arrived, as you saw last night, and it wasn't normal weather conditions like the last time I was in China 6 months ago when Typhoon Babinka hit Shanghai, the worst one since nearly 100 years. Yesterday and today, China, certainly the northern part of China, this is the view from my Hutong hotel. Okay, it's probably not the best view I've ever had, and there's a couple of issues I have with the room. But the storm, this weather system that's kind of formed over China, is quite serious, and it's they've asked people to stay indoors, and it's actually quite serious. So I was quite lucky. I had a flight yesterday because apparently what happened was there was a cold vortex that moved eastward and southward that formed. I think it was. Let me check. It kind of formed over Mongolia. Strengthening cold vortex. Will form in Mongolia and move in northwest and southeast direction towards Beijing, bringing extremely strong winds. It's going to last today and dissipate over the next 12 hours. So by the end of today, it will dissipate. That cough is still there, and I think I'll tell you what it is. Partly, they've given me a room, but I think the drains in these Hutongs aren't all that good because it's a lovely room. Oh my God, it stinks. I'm going to have to change this room because if they're not going to do anything about that, I can't stay here. I think it's the drains. So they're going to have to give me some cleaning fluid or do something because it reeks. So yeah, that's an issue, and I am staying in a very old place, so I have to forgive them. I can't be angry or anything because the plumbing system here is probably not that advanced still. You don't see that in the pictures, do you? I mean, it looks so lovely and so super convenient for everywhere, as they say on YouTube. But it is. Not a very nice smell. But anyway, I got here alive, and I got here without any flight cancellation. So that was important. It was just a delay. But anyway, I'll let you know what happens with the room. Look at it. It's so beautiful. And they say in English, why is it all in English? Why is it not in Chinese? Look, these are English signs. What's happening to China? Dear me. That's rather nice, isn't it? Look, in my hotel. So, there's more. Look, it's so lovely. So, that's the hotel there. It's the boutique hotel, the Tung Fu Boutique Hotel. It's right next to Starbucks, of all places. My God, it feels like autumn in England. The contrast between here and Zhuhai, extraordinary. There it is up there, look. You'd miss it completely. This is a very commercial area of Beijing. These places. Oh, look at there. I was here last year in this very area. I need to get some fruit. Which way am I going? I'm going the right way. Probably going completely the wrong way. Which way is David going? These little bikes annoy me. There's another one coming. Am I going the right way? You get a lot of that in China. Not afraid to hold back. I tell you what, it feels I'm going the wrong way completely. David, you can't follow a map. No, I can't. It's really cold. My God. It feels like winter. What happens in the summer? I was sweating this time yesterday in Zhuhai. Ah, now we're going in the right direction. So yeah, this is a very commercial area of Beijing, but I liked it last time I came here because I kind of like these streets, but I couldn't live here all the time. It'd drive me mad, you know. You'd have to move to a nice quiet area if you lived in Beijing. But as a tourist, it can be quite exciting to see all the different things and all the shops. And it's a nice place to be because it's all in one area as well. So if you like all the things that Chinese people sell, you're in your element here. And I know Chinese people love it as well. So now down here, oh my God, see, it's so windy. This is where I had my foot massage last time. Still here. There's a very good chance I'll be back in there. Yeah, they did a very good foot massage last time, and look who's here. Somebody's been busy. Very popular here. In fact, I won a little model of the little fella when I was at the Sansingdui exhibition in Zhuhai. I managed to throw a hoop over one of them. It's freezing cold here. I can't tell you how cold it is compared to Zhuhai. God, it's cold. There's a bus, look. They run on the rails here, on the tram rails. Well, not tram rails, but you know, the electrical currents running on the lines there. It still seems like winter in Beijing. That's really unusual compared to Zhuhai. So they do have a warning out here today. A lot of businesses are staying closed. I think on a Saturday morning usually this would be a lot more busy. You see? And it's absolutely bitter. You think it's April now, and over the next day or so after today the weather will improve dramatically. Monday, when I'm here on Monday, the weather will be very nice indeed, so you'll see a real contrast with what's happening now. Let's see if I can find keep changing my phone. See. It's a bit further down. That's 6 minutes away. One of the reasons I like to have the local SIM card here is because you rely on the internet for so much. Okay, you can carry cash. I've got cash on me. But if you want taxis, if you just want the convenience of having the ability to see where you're going, or you know, just with the local apps here, you know, Alipay, WeChat and Amaps, which I think are the top three. They're the only three I use because that's all you need. If you have those, you're suited and booted here. You don't need anything else apart from a bit of cash if you need it. But if you have one of these eSIMs that they all plug, the coverage isn't guaranteed wherever you are. So I could be walking down here, suddenly I might need a taxi. Suddenly I might need to pay for something with Alipay. You need the internet signal. If the internet signal goes down with your eSIM, what are you going to do? You're stuck. That lack of peace of mind, I couldn't live with that. I couldn't live with it. Just get a local SIM card when you come to these places. I had one in Hong Kong, I had one in Macau, I have one here. Once they've set it up, you can just change them over and it's done. Local buses. So my fruit shop is down here. Let's hope it's open. So, for God's sake, pay attention when you're crossing the roads. Take it into your own hands when you cross the zebra crossings, because not guaranteed. My God, it's so cold. Do you know what? I'm not going to hang around outside. Should have worn my cardigan. I thought about coming out without, just wearing a short sleeve shirt. Nearly there. Things I do for fruit. There we are. Nearly there. Fruit. Fruit. It's here. Let's go and get something. Apples, 苹果, 香蕉. There they are. My fruit, I have it. Oh yes. There we are. So I have that. Alright, my plans in Beijing were completely unscheduled because this was a trip that was kind of, let's just have a walk down here. This was a trip that I kind of just added on at the end. Of my trip. It wasn't really planned. Just wanted to meet my friend here. So I didn't really have any firm idea of what I was going to do. So it's really just a case of me mooching about, I think. When I was here last summer, I saw the main attractions. This Hutong area is quite extensive. You know, you have a lot of these areas in Beijing, and you can easily get lost. Some of them are a lot more commercial than others. Some of them are just very residential areas. Some very interesting. You see a slice of older China, shall we say. Damn, it's cold. Try and get something a bit more substantial to eat. See that wind picking up? One of those. Oh. You can see it's a hotel.
中国名我一直找不到中文名，这我跟我的那样一起的，就是官方审查哦。
I've seen so many Westerners around this area. Didn't realise it was so popular. I guess because it's right next to Tiananmen Square. It's an ideal location for people. I'm quite shocked actually. I feel like I'm back in England with all my shopping from Asda. Look. Yeah, this is what I'm like there. Let's just go and have a walk down to the gate. All starts to happen down here. You get a real flavour of Beijing. My friend is going to take me out today to basically sit around in a shopping centre, I think. Which I have to say doesn't really appeal to me. Down to the gate. I think this is one of the more historical sites of Beijing. I'm not walking all the way down this morning. They do have what I think they call a blue warning out. There's nobody on the buses. A blue warning, which I think is take great care if you head out because of the strong winds. Just going to go up to here and we'll It's always a very important sign that. Oh, look at that. There we are. So this is one of the gates to that one there as well. It's so cold. Very impressive though. I was here last year when it was a damn sight warmer. But the main action is over there, but I'm not walking down there this morning because it's so cold. Old. lot of the businesses closed. So this is very unusual weather, very unusual scenes on a Saturday morning. All of this would normally be open. All closed down because of the weather. Oh shit. Let's go back.